You know how movies and TV shows are getting really annoying to watch because exclusivity deals are distributing them across multiple platforms at any given time, and every couple of years they all get shuffled around again and you just don't know where to watch one freaking episode of Doctor Who? Well, what if I told you that the same thing might happen to podcasts? Yes, what if your favorite video podcast that you watch on YouTube all the time suddenly was no longer allowed to post on YouTube because they had an exclusivity deal with Netflix? That's what's happening right now. This story popped up a couple days ago, and I wanted to rant about it because I'm very mad. Netflix is reportedly eyeing a licensing agreement with iHeartMedia over its video podcasts as a way to compete with YouTube. They're specifically going after Spotify and YouTube here, and what this would essentially mean is that if this happened, your favorite podcasts that are currently on YouTube would no longer be allowed to upload their stuff to YouTube. I was probably pushed this story because I read a lot of stories like this, but also I just started a podcast. Now, I'm not naive enough to think that this affects me as a tiny little microscopic podcaster. I don't even have a video portion to my podcast right now. It's all audio. Link down below. And if I ever have a video portion, I'm very happy that I can choose where to distribute it. I can put it on Patreon. I can put it on YouTube. I can put it on Vimeo. I can put it wherever I want because I own that thing and there's no exclusivity attached to it. But video aside, podcasting has always been super accessible as a platform because the way podcasting works is it uses a very old technology now called RSS. And the way it works is that you take one audio file, your podcast, you give it to your podcast host, and they create an RSS feed. And that feed can be picked up by all the different apps that you listen to podcasts on. And that's why when people say, hey, find my podcast wherever you get your podcasts, they know that anywhere you look for it, it will show up. So if I tell you to listen to Sticker Shock Collector's Edition, which is the new podcast I'm doing, it is on all of them because all I had to do was set it up once and I don't have to touch it. All I have to do from there is upload new episodes every other week and it will put them everywhere for you to enjoy. Of course, videos are a bit different. Videos are not audio only, so podcasting feeds don't really work the same way. There's only a few places realistically you're going to find video podcasts, and one of those places happens to be YouTube. YouTube being an app that is basically on all of our devices at this point, it makes a lot of sense for podcasters to put their show there. And they can still do their sponsored segments, getting them more money. They can still have ad revenue from YouTube monetization, getting them more money. There's a lot of incentives for them to put their shows on YouTube. Now, for now, this only applies to podcasts under the iHeart umbrella. And I don't know if that includes Joe Rogan. I don't listen to that show. I don't know if it's an iHeart show, but they're saying that shows like that will still remain on YouTube. But starting 2026, if this deal goes through, they're going to remove a lot of those shows or all the iHeart ones. I don't fully know yet off of YouTube. But the reason this isn't like other exclusivity deals is because Netflix doesn't have a free tier. I don't know if they're going to create one for podcasts, but their lowest tier is standard with ads, which is $8 a month US. So standard with ads, $8 a month. And that is now your entry point into watching the video versions of these podcasts. YouTube is free with ads. And then from there, they have paid pricing models that have, YouTube Premium with like some ads and YouTube Premium with no ads. But YouTube's baseline has always been free, which again makes podcasts on YouTube super accessible. I just don't like this. I don't like this. I don't even listen to that many podcasts, but the ones I do listen to, I typically put on the video version of them when it's available because I like that. Am I going to sit there and lock in and watch the video the entire time? No, but I usually keep it on like my tablet or my TV or something, and I get to glance over every once in a while when I sense that there's like a visual gag going on a little bit and the hosts are reacting to something happening in the room. It's cool. It's fun. Can I just listen to the audio version for now? Yes, on whatever audio platform I want. I don't think that's going to change, but video podcasting is extremely popular, and it's only gotten more popular to the point where I almost didn't do a podcast because I thought, if I don't want a video component, what's the point? And I had to convince myself that, it's fine. It's fine to just do audio. Audio is fine. But for people who are doing video, which is a lot of them, most of them at this point, most of the popular ones, this super sucks. The last thing we needed in the entertainment industry was exclusivity deals coming to podcasts, was more exclusivity deals. We don't need more exclusivity. We need things to be accessible in multiple places because we have the technology to do it, and it's stupid that we're moving in this completely opposite direction. While this seems to be the trending business move, it does raise questions on whether it's a sound move for podcasters who potentially run the risk of losing a chunk of their audience by leaving YouTube, where most people consume podcast content. This industry never fails to disappoint me. If you're wondering why I've been talking so much about collecting physical games and collecting physical DVDs, it's this. Only this time I can't collect the physical video podcasts. This is a digital only thing, and I wouldn't want to. Podcasts are mostly, kind of in the moment type of things. You're not going to go back and watch podcasts from 7 years ago. Unless they're like kind of made evergreen that way. So not saying, I wish we had physical media for podcasts, but it's just such a nice medium. I like podcasts. I think it's cool that they've gotten popular on YouTube, and I'll basically end it there. I worked in radio for a time. iHeart has always been a villain. And it's unsurprising to me that they would be the company that's kind of getting involved here to try and take something cool and make it worse. I'm very disappointed in this move. I hope that this is like somehow not going to happen, but I don't see how it wouldn't. Let me know your thoughts. Do you watch video podcasts on YouTube? Are they iHeart podcasts? Are you thinking you'll get, you'll keep your Netflix subscription going for podcasts? I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to chat about this because it's so unbelievable and yet not surprising at all.